Hello again, welcome to my channel Safety Off Gaming. Today I'll be running through my 10 tips to help you improve your Warzone. And whilst I'm going through it today, in the background is one of my previous gameplays on which I win 10 kill gameplay. As part of it in the background whilst I just talk through it, just so that you've got something to watch and not just listen to me with my tips today. So I'll get straight into it. Let's start with the first tip. So, don't shoot on sight. Now, with this one, what I mean by that is, if you can see someone out and about, your first thing is just to start shooting them. It's an instinct to do, but what you should do is check to see, have they spotted you? Have they not spotted you? Are they running towards a building? Are they out in the open? Do they have a team? Have you spotted anyone else? Because as soon as you start shooting, if you're out in the open, you start shooting, and they've got a team of you're running quads, and you see one, you start shooting one, and then all of a sudden you're getting shot from 3 different angles. That's not going to help. So scope it out a little bit, see where they're going, see if they've got one or two enemies about, and you can best way to push that. Maybe you can have his teammates push them from a different angle, start getting angles. Don't just shoot on sight. It's a big thing. You're chasing kills, and you really want to get that kill, but sometimes you just got to take a step back and just check. Should I be shooting someone whilst I'm out in the open, for example? Am I in a good position? So that's number one. Number two. So number 2, choose a loadout that suits your style. So what I mean by this is, if you're not a runner and a gunner, but you've been watching online about these amazing assault rifle SMG class, but you're more of a sniper, but everyone else is running it, so why not run it? No. Play to your style. Make sure you play to your game, because you're best at whatever you do. Stick to that. Don't try and be someone else, be yourself. Don't try and push it, because you're going to end up doing worse. So that's number 2. Number 3, choose your engagements wisely. Is it a high percentage push? For example, there's some buildings there that you can only get in one way. It's up a stairway. There's a full team in there. Maybe it's on the edge of the gas. Maybe you're thinking about, you really want to push to get those kills. Think, is it good if I try and push this? Maybe not. Maybe try, instead of doing that, get ahead of them. Wait for them to have to come out and then take them, or ignore them entirely, get your own positioning, or push another team. Forget that one. There's no point in trying to get yourself killed. There's no point. There's just some scenarios where, unless they're bots, you're not going to take them. So choose the engagement wisely. That's number 3. Number 4, don't be so quick to eliminate a downed enemy. So in this scenario here, if they've got a self-reviving, you can see them self-reviving, kill them off. But in the cases where they may be shimmying away, and there's another player around, sometimes people go, oh, I'm just going to first this guy on the floor, get rid of him, get him out of the game. But whilst you're doing that, someone else could be trying to take you from a different angle. Someone else could be taking you from one different angle. So before you think about finishing that guy off, maybe look around if there's anyone else. If there's someone else, maybe try and just pull back a little bit, wait for them to go in and res that teammate. As they're in the res animation, then push it, and then take them both, or multiple, depends on if you're in a team or whatever. So that's tip number 4. Number 5, don't be so quick to reload. What I mean by this is that I see a lot of people, they take a few shots, they then reload off straight away. By that point, they're in the reload animation, and then someone else is shooting them. It's a habit people have. Maybe when they kill one person, and they're in the middle of the reloading, but they have a 60-round clip, and they've only used 20, and they've still got 40 in the clip. Don't reload. Same if you're getting pushed. Maybe you do need to reload, but if you're getting pushed, maybe switch weapons instead. Maybe take them from there. Don't always be so quick to get in the habit. Get that habit out of the way of always reloading. Only reload when you absolutely need to. Because in those scenarios, you more often than not will get caught in that animation and die, and that's not what you want. So number 6, use your surroundings. What I mean by this is, in some cases, you're shooting out in the open, but maybe before you start shooting, similar to what I said earlier, but this time, maybe find a head glitch. Maybe find a piece of wall where you can just have your head over. What I mean by head glitch is, some of you may not know, maybe some of you are beginners, but where all they can see is your head, but you can shoot over the top of it and all they can see is your head, and it's going to be much harder for them to hit you, and it's going to be much easier for you to take that kill. Maybe you can even mount over the top of a wall, but use surroundings there, maybe some cars where you can only shoot through the window. There's some of those static cars that are there. Maybe try doing that. So that's the next tip. Tip number 7, don't stand still, always move. So there's a couple of different scenarios I'm talking about this here. So if you are someone that does like to sit on top of a roof and snipe off, if you are doing that, don't stand still and snipe. Always make sure you maybe just move inside to side, because someone else could just be picking you off, and it's easy pickings with someone just stood still on top of a building. So don't stand still in those instances. Same when you are in a gunfight. If you are one-on-one with someone and you're going at them with an SMG or an AR and you're both shooting at one another, don't just stand there and aim. Strafe side to side, maybe jump up a bit, maybe jump a little bit, jump shot, maybe go into prone, drop shot them. Don't always just stand there. So many people that just use their mouse, or they're just using the right stick. Make sure you're moving side to side, or make it harder for them to kill you. Always move. That's the next tip. Tip number 8, spend your money. Now, a lot of people I see, and I've watched those gameplays where they're running 20k, they're running around, they've passed by stations, they're not spending their money. If you've got money, it's very important that you spend it. No point saving it, there's no point. Spend it while you can, get a UAV, pop a big boy, pop 3 UAVs in a row if you need to, get that positioning, get an airstrike, maybe that's important as well, to get an airstrike. Maybe it's a little later in the game. Get sure you get some self-revives, get some plates, get a gas mask, get a gas mask as well, put that on. Just spend your money, no point saving it, please. It's a big thing. Next one, number 9, important, rotate early. Don't get caught in that gas. You want to make sure you rotate early enough that you're not got the gas behind you and you're running to try and get in the circle, because it's easy pickings for people on the edge just to shoot you. Rotate a little bit earlier, and maybe you can be the ones that are on the edge of that circle, peering in and taking those people that are running back from the gas. So make sure you rotate early, don't leave it too late. Those gunfights are too hard when you're running in from the gas. And finally, tip number 10, stay calm and enjoy, because at the end of the day, this is just a game, and we've just got to enjoy it. And it also benefits you as well. I mean, if you're stressed and you're playing the game, if you're absolutely raging, you're not going to play to the best of your ability. If you're staying calm, you're just having fun, you try some other bits and pieces, try some shots you may normally not try because you're just in the moment, that's when you play your best, when you're having fun. So remember, probably the most important, you're playing a video game, enjoy the video game, don't let it get down on you, and you'll get them in the next one. So that's tip number 10, and probably the most important. And that's it for my top 10 tips of the day. Yeah, that's it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to go through. Maybe some more tips. I've got plenty more where that came from, including best ways to push a bunker early on to get an early loadout. If you'd like to see a video on that, I'm more than happy to run that through as well. But for now, I'll see you in the next one.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead. 5 remaining. Gas is close to the new safe zone.
Grid marked. Go for close air.
This is Striker 3-1, good copy. Strike inbound. Shots missed.
Gas is closing in. Made it through and took the win. Well done.